told you once, baby, I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. I told you once, baby, I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. I told you once, baby, I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. I told you once, baby, I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. I told you once, baby, I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. I told you once, baby, I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. You don't need to complicate it. Say you love it when you're hating, and I can see it on your face. And no, I just can't take it. No, I just can't take it. You don't need to complicate it. Say you love it when you're hating, and I can see it on your face. And no, I just can't take it. No, I just can't take it. Cause I gave my time to you, I gave my love to you, I gave it up for you, I tried for you. I didn't have to do it, what am I gonna do? Why don't you understand? All that I wanted back was your loving, baby. I hate you. You don't need to complicate it. Say you love it when you hate it. And I can see it on your face. And no, I just can't take it. No, I just can't take it. You don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to. And I can see it. You don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to. And I can see it. So you can keep your heart. No, you don't need to give it up, give it up. Now I see who you are. And maybe I don't want your love, want your love. Well, hello, good evening. How is everybody doing? This is Jordan Page, South Coast K's, and this is Tell It Like It Is Tuesday. Hopefully, the audio is okay. Hopefully, I'm not sounding too crazy in the microphone. Uh, yeah, I was just playing around with the intro a little bit, just trying to have a little fun. Might as well do it live. What the hell? Uh, I'm just gonna wait and see if anybody shows up. Um, but yeah, this is just gonna basically be uh just like the title says, tell it like it is Tuesday. We're gonna discuss some things. I'm pretty sure you know what it's gonna be about. This will be in regards to all the hmm, best way to describe it, the happenings these last well shoot. It's been about the last month now, I guess, 4 games. Uh, Probably since I mean, heck, we'll go from the bye week till now. Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Virginia, Clemson, and or Clemson, Virginia, whatever. And then uh last week was basically to me, yeah, it was Clemson and Virginia. Uh Last week was basically icing on the cake. I don't want to get into it until I get some more people in here. Uh, but yeah, we'll just we'll sit here and we'll discuss our opinions, our thoughts, our theories. There is an invite to join the show live in the Discord. It is under the newly named uh chat server, whatever you want to call it. It's the U Fellowship. Got that name, Alpaca Lips. Kind of said he made the comment on Discord about how he really enjoys the fellowship. So I'm like, hey, the fellowship. I like it. And then Crip said the U Fellowship. I like that too. So we are considering ourselves the U Fellowship. Because I've been trying to think of something to name our little small group of fantastic people. And I think the U Fellowship, I like it. I really like it. Oh, so I've been probably like everybody else. I was at work last Saturday night, but I was able to watch the game later, and it was it was bad, frustrating. It was just wow. This offense only mustered 6 points against Virginia. That's frustrating. Nothing worked. I think we had 2 interceptions. John O'Mara, welcome, dude. Welcome. I'm just kind of chit chatting, just see if anybody shows up. But oh yeah, past game, it was horrible, man. It's just horrible. Oh, my personal take on it. I mean, I'm not going to go all toast. I don't know if y'all saw that little tirade Toast went on Sunday during their Orange Bowl Boys podcast, but
I'm not gonna get that crazy. But my take, it's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Uh I believe that Tyler's hurt. Tyler is definitely not 100%. And it shows. I mean, it's shown for the last weeks. And yet he's not 100%, and he's still trotted out there and expected to do what Tyler did in the first 4 weeks of the season. You know, it I first off, I still believe that Tyler Van Dyke is a talented quarterback. He's really good. I really do believe he's good. I mean, we're not going to argue elite status, but the young man's got talent. He really does. He's just been hurt. He has not been 100%, you know, but yet there has not been any compensation in the offensive game plan, you know. First off, if he's hurt, he doesn't need to be in there, you know. But if he is hurt, and players usually play hurt, but if he's not able to make certain plays, if he's not able to do what he would normally do at 100%, well, then let's gear an offense that allows him to stay on the field but keeps him safe. And the offensive game plan does not cause Tyler to do more than he can physically do. Ah, again, if he's hurt, he don't need to be out there. Ah, we have a running game. We have a good running game. We really do. Um, personally, we not, well, didn't say personally, but we discussed this on this show. Oh my gosh, it was probably after the North Carolina game, and there was a few of us in here, and we were talking. Excuse me, and the general consensus was that Tyler should sit out the Clemson game, the Virginia game, and then come in for North Carolina. I mean, excuse me, Florida State. You know, give him a couple of weeks to heal. Emory had one free game left before he lost his red shirt. Okay. He went out there against Clemson. He did all right. I think the game plan was a little, I don't know. It could have been better. But he got the job done. That's what matters. Oh, and honestly, and I know hindsight's 2020, but let Tyler sit out last week. He should have sat out last week. And let Jakari get in there. He's got free time, you know. Let Jakari do some, let Emory do some. Uh but they let Tyler sit out for Clemson. And then they put TVD out there last week, and he's just not 100%. He's not throwing the ball well. He's hurt. Do you think his injury something? Yeah. Well, I think I brought that up too, because a few weeks ago, I was talking, if Tyler's hurt, this is back when he tore those tendons or ligaments in his finger. I think three of them, I believe. Yeah, I was talking, that I kind of got on my soapbox and talked about, you know, if he did that to his hand, his finger, okay, what's that going to do for him when he gets, you know, 40, 50 years old? It's going to cripple him. It's going to really diminish his quality of life later down the road. And personally, it's just not worth it, you know. I know Tyler wants to move on to bigger and better things in the game of football, NFL or whatever. But is it really worth, you know, going through all that and then, 20, 30, 40 years later you just can't even use your hand anymore? Is it really worth it? Now, I'm just an old fool, but I say no. I believe now I am not saying if they would have sat Tyler out after the North Carolina game, I'm not saying the team would have been more or less successful. I'm not getting into that. I don't know. We saw what was on the field. And Tyler had no business being out there, you know. And yeah, you're right, John. He's messing up his NFL situation by doing what he's doing. I mean, if he's hurt and he needs to be out the rest of the season, then damn it, sit out the rest of the season. Don't destroy this kid's future or future quality of life just to try to get a win now. You know, but getting back to what we had talked about, let Emory and Jakari handle the Clemson and Virginia game. He could have, yeah, you know, they could have they could have let Tyler rest, heal up, see what happens. If he needs, if his hand, legs, you know, abdomen, rib area, you know, make an assessment then. Oh, but if Emory is QB2, then he needs to be out there. They did use them in Clemson. I think that was a good idea. Put him in Clemson, and then you could have Jakari could have came in against Virginia. You're not burning Emory's red shirt. You still got 4 games for Jakari to can play, and I don't know what Jakari is going to do. I am not going to judge that young man's performance this year on what happened last year, and I believe a lot of people are. You know, I mean, it's not like Jakari would have to come in and be friggin' Joe Namath, Dan Marino, and Joe Montana wrapped up into one. Just get out there and do like Emory did against Clemson. But now, instead of a possible healed up Tyler Van Dyke coming in and going against Florida State, now we got a banged up. We don't know how banged up he is, you know. And what, you need to go outside? Let me let the puppy dog out. Excuse me, just 1 second. Yeah, that's how we roll on this $1.25 tree production here. So anyway, I, So now in my opinion, Miami's in a position that going up against Florida State Saturday afternoon, you know, probably don't have any other choice but to put a banged up Tyler out there, you know, because my opinion, I think Tyler's about the only chance of success offensively against Florida State. You know, and I'm sure a lot of talk about, well, they need to start Emory against Florida State, start Jakari against Florida State, and people talk about, yeah, but starting a freshman and first start against Florida State, yeah, they're gonna kill them, they're gonna do this, they're gonna mess them up, yeah. What's up, Phil? You know, and that may be, but Kozar's first start was against Florida, got shellacked, but he came back. But that's beside the point. That's beside the point. Uh but I mean, I wouldn't, because you can't put Emory in there. You put Emory in there, and his red shirt's gone. You know, and with only was it 4 games left? No, we got 3 games left. Excuse me. Well, the NC, I forgot about. Let me back up. I'm so screwed up right now. It's been a long day. So yeah, you could have had Emory do the Clemson game. You could have had Jakari come in for Virginia and NC State. Okay. At least see where Jakari is. And if, you know, well, we worry about the bowl game when we get to it. We ain't worried about that right now. But what I'm getting at is regardless of what you do, what you would have done, what you should have done, they didn't do it. Now you got 3 options. Okay, you throw a hurt Tyler Van Dyke out there, which Florida State's going to be licking their damn chops. They are going to smell blood in the water, and they are going to attack because Tyler can't move. He can't throw. You know, he's averaging about what two interceptions the last few games. So if Tyler gets in there, he's given at least 2 interceptions. You know, so or you could do you want to burn Emory's red shirt? And we saw Emory against Clemson. He had some play time against Boston College. Uh he got some time against Temple and Miami, Ohio, I think. Well, see, here's the thing, and I mean, there are just endless possibilities and combinations. There are endless, pros and cons to whatever whatever they come up with. I mean, there are just so many scenarios right now. And honestly, it's kind of like I said about the preseason, the predictions. But right now, as far as a starting quarterback, everybody's right, everybody's wrong. To me, I mean, but what it all boils down to is there has been some bad, bad, illogical, crazy managerial decisions of this team. And it starts with Mario. You know, I like Mario. I have nothing against him. we are 6-3. Let's just stop and let's look at what's going on. We are Miami is 6-3. We're in a better position record wise than we were last year this time. Okay. And I mean, I'm still tickled to death that we're at the first part of November in Miami 6-3. I am tickled to death. But it's just the way that they have lost those 3 games. It's just frustrating the way they lost those games. It was just ineptness. Uh, and then furthermore, we don't know how hurt Tyler was the, first 4 games of the season. See what I'm getting at? Because remember in the preseason, I say preseason, in the fall camp in August, he had his thumb was messed up. He hurt his thumb and nobody knew about it. I think that's where it all started, and it's just gotten worse. And I hate to say it, but watching that NC State game, man, I understand, Tyler getting hit and fumbling. I mean, that happens. I mean, that's just it happens. But the 2 interceptions, you know, uh, he's not really hitting anybody. It looks like the receivers are well, except for Restrepo, but the receivers don't seem to be giving it their all. And let's not get into the tight end situation. Oh my gosh. I think during the NC State game, I think we did have a tight end reception. But other than that, they were missing blocks, they were missing the ball, you know. They don't. And this is I would have to say that this has got to be looking at on field product, okay. This has got to be the weakest group of tight ends I've seen at Miami. Probably ever. Ever. You know? But I don't I really don't put all of this all of this madness and mayhem solely on TVD's shoulders. He's out there, he's trying, but Coach Dawson, I don't know what his thinking is, but we need to get a game plan, an offensive game plan that if you must put TVD out there, you damn well better make sure he can execute those plays without physical limitations. You know, and it all starts with Mario. Okay, we even have some conspiracy theories on this channel, the U Fellowship group. We have conspiracy theories that Mario's calling the plays. You know, that's what we think. Because it was interesting against that Clemson game because the first 2 and 3/4 quarters until you got to like near the end of the third quarter and get to the fourth quarter, it was a whole different offense. You know, But no matter how you slice it, dice it, saute it, fry it, bake it, it is just, for lack of a better term, it's just a shit show right now. And I would have to put that on Mario and Dawson. I mean, I hate to say it. I'm not saying Mario needs to go. I'm not saying Dawson needs to go. No, I'm not saying that. Okay. I just hope they learn from it. You know? Of course, Mario's been he has a track record. Time will tell. I don't know. But I will say thank God for the defense. Coach Guidry and his defense. I said it at the beginning of the season. There's just something about this defense I like. That defense has got something. And the thing is, they're only going to get better. But they're putting a lot of stress on that defense. A lot of stress. Then the defense starts getting pissy. Stupid penalties. Mr. Williams, he starts making stupid plays. Defense gets chirpy at the end of the North Carolina, NC State game. You know, and the defense just pissed off because they keep getting put in these no-win situations. You know, but see that's just it, John. You know, it's just that it all starts with Mario. Okay, he is the boss, and then he's got his assistant bosses, Guidry, Dawson. Okay, now again, we can speculate, we can theorize, but we don't know what's really going on behind the scenes. We don't know. We don't know if it's we don't know. Can't expect to score. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mary. You're right. Oh, we lost Phil. You know, and it's getting to the point. What I'm seeing on the field, and of course, those who actually go to the games, they could probably see it more. But it's almost like the team knows that TVD is hurt. They know he's not 100%. They know he can't perform in this offensive scheme and game plan, and he's making mistakes. And it's like the team just like, what's the use? You know? Oh, so yeah, that's my opinion on why we are where we are, or why Miami is where Miami is. You know, again, hindsight's 2020, but if you would have let Emory go against Clemson, his last freebie, okay, and then let Jakari come in and go against Virginia and NC State, what do you got to lose? You know? What you say, Phil?
Mike good.
I turn my sound up a little bit. So here we are, Phil. Hopefully you're having a lovely Tuesday. So here we are. Tell it like it is Tuesday. Uh, and it's just like the title says. You just tell it how Phil thinks it is. If you want to yell and scream and holler, fine, do it. Just in other words, it's just what do you think, Phil? What's your observation on the situation. Talk to us.
Are you asking about the quarterback?
I guess.
You know,
I, no,
there's
well,
nothing.
no. I mean, what I should have said is okay. So Miami's 6-3. Okay,
You look
but
trash to get playing at Tennessee State.
but but they've looked like garbage. They haven't been crisp. They haven't been clean. And losing to NC State, et cetera, et cetera. Alpaca lips. So, what's your take on what the hell is going on?
Literally, I can go the whole season. I can start off from the top if I have to. We went from good to bad to then okay against the Clemson, then bad again.
Hey, man, the floor is yours. Talk to us.
I mean, to be honest, I don't even want TBD playing this weekend, especially if he's injured. And I don't think we really have a chance if we with or without TBD. But unfortunately,
It's about to get spicy in here, y'all, because we got alpaca
Yo,
lips.
what up? What up? I'm here. I'm ready.
So, Phil, what else? Is there anything else, Phil?
first of all, do you still have Miami winning this game? That's the main. I know you've all been saying all season Miami wins. Opposite.
It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a very uphill battle. Now, in light of present circumstances, anything is possible. I'm always going to root for Miami to win. I'm always, especially against Florida State. I'm always going to do that. But if they do it, it's going to be tough. I'm probably going to have to just change my mind, but it's going to be tough.
You have a tough final three.
So, and unfortunately, with the way the team has been managed these last 3-4 weeks, TVD is probably the only option we have right now.
TVD has to play.
Yeah, I
Has
mean,
to. I
and
mean, Jakari could play.
well, again, I was talking earlier, Alpaca, that we talked about this after the North Carolina game, talking about okay, let Emory, or we may have did it during a Clemson game. I don't know. Okay, Emory did his Clemson thing, right? And then we talked about, well, hell, let's just let Jakari take care of Virginia and North Carolina State. Let TVD get healed up. Okay. So, and then see what it give TVD some time before going against Florida State. But
Any reason you would have for burning Emery's red shirt is gone. There's no
it,
ACC championship.
right,
We already have a bowl game. Like, there's no reason to burn it. Jakari
right,
could play, but you might as well get the 600 grand you're paying in NIL out of TVD to everybody see who he is. Well, I mean, we're
right.
already seeing who he is, but whatever.
But unfortunately, the team's in that situation right now. You just really they done back themselves into a corner. Now, again, I'm not saying I'm the all-knowing, we're right, yeah. But at the time, it seemed like the logical choice. You could still let TVD dress out for the last 2 games, but just in case things got stupid and he has to get in there being hurt. But right now they done painted themselves into a corner where you got to put TVD out there.
Yeah, I mean, if I knew and I called it before the NC State game, I said he would throw 2 interceptions.
You did. You did.
So
You
at
did.
least 2. If I knew that, the coaching staff knew that. Like, I'm not a guru here. I just 3 interceptions in GT, 2 interceptions UNC, 2 interceptions in Virginia Tech. 2 interceptions. It's what Tyler Van Dyke is. Now he threw 3 and a fumble, but that's just icing on the "I told you so" cake.
Right. Right. And again, hindsight is 20. Oh, by the way, I like your name, Alpaca Lips. I like
Yeah,
that
that's what
play
it
on the
is.
letter. I
I
like that.
I, I
I
play
like
it
that.
multiple ways. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh So, John, you say I disagree with doing that to TVD. Are we being fair to him? Are you talking about having him play against Florida State? Uh, you know, I just again, it's a no-win situation no matter how you slice it or dice it. It's they're in this situation and it could have easily been avoided in my opinion, but it is what it is. But uh I mean, you're not sitting TVD because he's not worth the flip. It's just he's not worth the flip because they're expecting him to run the same type of offensive plays being hurt as if he was healthy. And now they, like I said, they is had no other choice. I mean, you can't expect Jakari to come in fresh off the bench, ain't been on the field once this year, and go out there against Florida State.
I kind of want to flip that. I'm like, what we're doing, does TVD, is that fair to TVD? What's fair to us? The dude's making 600 grand. It's NIL. It's a different story now. These people are making money. They're grown men. They're starting their careers. What's fair to us is him going out and not shitting the bed every time you do.
But again, I'm curious to really, and I know it won't ever come out, but I'm curious on how hurt TVD really is. Because we know about the finger, we know about the leg. They haven't said anything about that, rib cage area from all those hits he took against North Carolina. You know, I don't know. I just some screwy stuff going on.
That's part of the Mario Cristobal, though. He doesn't want anything getting out. So speculation runs rampant. There's a double-edged sword here.
Exactly. And it just
I mean, I don't think TVD has an NFL career after this, John. Like, what team is going to take on a quarterback that can't read a defense?
Definitely not starting.
If TVD was to come back next year, I mean, he would have to go out there and just be lights out, be healthy, 100% healthy.
Oh, I mean, I think Mario loses the locker room. He come out next year.
I know, but again, stranger things have happened. I don't know. I really don't know. I just,
man, you scare me there, Jordan. When you say he coming back next year, that's a fear. That's a fear right there.
Well, I mean, if
bad
if he's
for the whole
healthy,
season at least,
But then again, it's another hypothetical. But okay, if let's say TVD leaves, this is his last season, whether it be transfer, go into the draft, whatever. Okay, now what do you do for a quarterback? You see, that's another thing. Oh,
I mean, we're redshirting Emory. If we redshirt him all the way through, it's his team. As far as I'm considered, unless Jakari Brown in spring game or shows the coaches he improved a ton, and maybe even you start Emory as your pocket passer and you bring in Jakari for stuff. That too, I'm cool with.
Right. But I was really hoping by this time in the season that we would have seen some of Jakari on the field, even if it's mop-up duty, just to kind of get him out there. Not say like a Bethune-Cookman game, just to kind of get him out there just to see what he looks like, because we don't know what he's like.
That's the most confusing part of this for all of us is like, well, what's Jakari doing? Like, is he worth it? What is going on here? Like,
right.
I mean, he played a bunch of games last year.
Right. And again, last year, we're not going to even talk about last year. But I just get the feeling that a lot of people are judging Jakari's performance or to be performance this year on what happened last year. And I don't agree with that. Just my opinion. That's why I kind of like to see him get a little bit of Bethune Cookman mop up duty, maybe a little bit of the Temple game, Miami. Just to get out there, just to get your feet wet, see what you look like. I don't know.
Let me ask you this: did anybody think Jordan Travis would be the quarterback he is today, his first year, based off his first year?
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, see what's the mayor say? He was lights out in the beginning and not hurt. Right. Now,
Yep.
now, John, look, again, I said it earlier. I still when TVD is healthy, 100%. Okay. None of this stuff going on. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he has some talent. I really do. But he got that injury bug last year. Of course, he was playing behind a decimated offensive line. But, he got hurt last year. Then he got hurt this year. So, I mean, I don't want to live in the land of ifs and would-haves and could-haves and maybes.
He was also playing cupcakes. Even
He
Texas
was.
A&M is a cupcake.
Right. But, now in the tougher competition, I just think he's hurt. And I don't think he ever got over whatever the hell happened to his thumb in the preseason or the fall camp or whatever it's called. Feel free to jump in, Phil. Just throw your elbows out and come on in with it.
I don't even know really. I mean, I kind of TBD is probably going to start the rest of the games this season. Maybe not the bowl game.
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to. You can't do that to Emery. Can't do Emery and Doak Campbell next weekend. Like anybody
Right.
who expects Emery to play is kind of loony.
You can put Emery in
Yeah.
for the bowl game.
Would you burn his red shirt? I don't know. I think you burn his red shirt if you put him in for the ball game.
Then we got Louisville and Boston College before that.
I hate to see it and I hate to say it, but I mean, unless Tyler cannot physically go and get out on the field, I think we see Tyler rest of the year.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough rest of the year.
Louisville's pretty good though.
Louisville's very good.
Yeah,
Even Boston College ain't bad.
Boston College has a legit quarterback.
they do. They would have beat Florida State, but they couldn't get out their own way.
And yeah, the refs. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
ACC
yeah,
refs are what
yeah.
ACC refs are.
But I will say this Saturday will definitely. I mean, I think the only thing that's going to really keep us in the game Saturday is our defense.
Our secondary's banged up. How banged up is our secondary though? They've got two legit elite wide receivers.
I know. And I tell you, I really liked those what's those brothers, those cornerback, what they're the last
The
name?
Browns.
Brown.
Yeah, the Browns.
I thought they did all right.
Devontae and his brother.
Yeah, but I'm still not a big Decory Couch fan. I'm still not. He has his moment.
Couch a converted safety though.
He might have been.
He hits runners like he's a safety.
Oh, hopefully not like James Williams where he just.
Well, James Williams, I don't know. I feel bad for James Williams, dude. He knows his defense elite. He knows that defense does work, and that offense just doesn't do him any favors, man.
Right. What's up, Crip? Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I think, watching that NC State game, I think the defense just really got fed up with being put in the positions they were put in. And they just, started getting chirpy and then started making some stupid plays and fouls and stuff. But I think they're like, man, this is BS, And what's crazy about the NC State game, uh, Fletcher was having a pretty good game running. I think he ended up averaging, what did he finish with, Phil? Like over 5 yards a carry average, 4 to 5 yards.
Right? The whole team.
But I have to say, I'll say this.
Should have ran it more.
Should have ran it more. And when they got there on the goal line, I think it was like 4th and 1. Okay, why did you? Why, I don't understand why you're in the shotgun and then hand it off. You know,
That's ridiculous. That
you
that was
know,
malpractice.
if you're going to do that, I mean, why not just get into that rugby style formation that the Philadelphia Eagles get into?
Oh, the brotherly shove.
Yeah, I mean, and then why keep going up the middle?
Fletcher had 23 carries.
I swear they love that behind the guard counter or dive.
Ah,
They love it. They love it,
and,
love it, love it. And that's Mario. That
yeah,
is Mario said when he came here, he likes that sort of thing.
right. But you know, why not try to utilize a little deception and counter and use some speed? You know, toss it or something. But again, I think that play right there, I think that was that was it. That's when the game was over.
I have a problem, and I don't know why we don't use the outside running game, but I think I might know why we don't. Our tight ends are booty. We can't get blocking from our tight ends. Our tight ends are absolute booty. They can't catch a ball. They can't run. I swear they be looking like they're from the villages when they out there trying to run. They got osteoporosis. They got freaking knee problems. Whatever. They're 20 something, but they got them problems already. They can't run.
I was talking about that earlier too. That the tight ends can't catch, they can't block,
They
and
can't
I
run.
have hmm,
They can't
or
run.
no, I'll run. I would have to say this group of tight ends that we have, or what we've seen on the field,
The worst I've ever seen at the University of Miami. Ever.
exactly. That's
Ever.
exactly what I've said.
Where's Jaleel Skinner? I thought he was supposed to be our next like Kyle Pitts. Like, what happened to him? I thought Alabama wanted him. I thought everybody like, where's that guy with the mustache? Like I'm trying to do here.
Yeah.
Where's the mustache strength and conditioning guy putting
Oh
weight
yeah.
on Jaleel Skinner?
Yeah. The mustache dude. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. You know, these tight and then, oh my gosh. And they're talking about the tight ends.
I mean, we're tight
What?
end you. Like this is what we do.
Right.
Jeremy Shockey, Greg Oden.
I mean,
The list goes on.
we've always had that one tight end. Always had at least one. But speaking of tight ends, I would like for somebody either in the chat, our live guest, somebody explain to me why we need to move Xavier Strepo over next to the tight end to help block.
Did
Y'all
he
saw
actually
those?
do that?
Yeah, they did.
I haven't witnessed that yet.
It was in the NC State game. There was a couple of
Oh.
plays where they put Restrepo in motion, come over and got next to I don't know if it was Skinner or whoever, got up next to kind of
It's probably
help
Riley
with,
Williams.
yeah, try to help block. I had never, that was crazy. You know, and
Why
that's
would you
it.
use Xavier Restrepo of all people for that?
You know, and like Momera says, because the tight ends suck at blocking, they must really, I mean, if anything, get one of these second string offensive linemen or something.
Who recruited these tight ends? Are these all Diaz boys?
I think all but one, that little
Jaleel
freshman.
Skinner?
Yeah, I think he's the freshman. I think they got him in. Mario did. But the tight end play, blocking, all it just, man, this is just crazy. It's crazy, you know. But I really, really the only bright spot that's going on is the running game and the defense. You know,
And if
and
Cam's
like you,
smart, he runs for the hills.
yeah. Uh, and I believe, and maybe Phil, you can help because you pretty up on this. Uh AJ Allen is he's still banged up because I know we saw Parrish play a little bit last week. Uh, Chaney got in there, I believe, and of course, Fletcher.
They say Citizen is suiting up.
Ooh, I've been waiting to see that young man play. Been waiting to
I
see.
think they're very cautious with him.
Oh yeah, I mean, because honestly, truth be told, right now, what does it? Why run the risk with just the few games we have left? I mean, because again, Florida State, that could become a massacre real quickly. And then you got Louisville. Louisville's playing damn good ball. That could be another massacre if you don't look out. And then Boston College. So it's going to be a rough ride. Going to be a rough ride. But with the way things have been going and the way just the just the way things have the what's the word I'm looking for? Uh just how things are being done and executed out there. It's crazy. It's like we've gotten worse over the last 4 weeks.
Yeah,
You know.
you see teams get better, especially with a first time offensive defensive coordinator, they're
Hmm.
supposed to be learning the system, getting better, and you're supposed to see marginal improvements.
Right.
And
But
none of that's happened. It's all regression.
now one thing I have noticed with Guidry and the defense, the first few possessions are kind of like, a boxing match, kind of feeling their way, kind of, and then all of a sudden they
Halt, you
adjust
shall
and they're
not
there.
pass. You shall
Yes,
not pass.
exactly.
I like
Which,
Gidry. I do.
but with Dawson, I mean, again, I don't know what happened at the end of the Clemson game where it was like a totally different offense in the fourth quarter and a little bit of the third. But it's like the offense just there. Okay, this is what we're going to do, and this is what we're going to do. We're not going to do anything, but this is what we're going to come up with the game plan on Thursday, and we're going to run that bitch till it dies in the game. We're not going. It just seems like they're not making very many adjustments. Or Griff says, "Get high, and drink. It won't hurt as much." Hey,
Man, those
bro,
days are past.
you know,
I expect so low that I don't have to hurt anymore.
there you go, there you go. But I still think that Georgia Tech game showed something, and teams have picked up on tendencies and weaknesses, but yet nothing has been adjusted since then. It seems like because I can tell you right now, Florida State's they're gonna set their sights on Restrepo. They're gonna probably go into us, and that's another thing. That's another thing. So most of these teams run a lot of zone defense against Miami's offense. Probably rush 3, maybe 4, drop everybody in zone.
Not only that, they're putting 6 DBs out there.
Right. So why? My first thought is, okay, why are we audibling to something else? And two, if you know that they're primarily going to run a zone, why don't you have some type of pass routes that can kind of get through it? You see what I'm getting at? Oh,
TVD
I
is not
don't get it.
capable. That's the
I
only
don't
thing you
know.
have to assume. Like either it's not in the game plan, like it's not an option for him, or he's just not capable of doing it.
You know, but I'm slowly getting the feeling that we're just going to have to endure this for the rest of the season and hope that things change next season. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not an apologist. I don't but I just don't see anything changing. Everything's I mean it's like still doing the same damn thing. Oh yeah, the screen, the bubble screen. Oh no, 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 no. No. No more of that. The little
I
wide
love
receiver
I
screen.
love it when they get our 6'5" wide receiver and they put him in a bubble screen. It's the best
Yeah.
thing ever. Tallest receiver, our slowest receiver,
Yeah.
bubble screen him. Yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
You know, you know, eh, you know, there again, I'm barely successful on Madden, but I'm just saying, ah, there's got to be other options available besides either hitting Restrepo or throwing the bubble screen, the tight end, the wide receiver screen, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But I was talking earlier. Oh, I was watching the Orange Bowl Boys podcast YouTube show Sunday, and Toast, the bigger heavy set guy, went the frack off. He went on a tirade for like 6 or 7 minutes, dude. It was friggin' hilarious, but it was true. But yeah, I don't. There is just so much dysfunction right now. It's not even funny. It really isn't.
Gaddis is gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Gaddis wasn't happy when he was here. I'm starting to
Right.
think it's not Gaddis.
I, you know, I would have to say I'm starting to think so too. You know, uh, because if you sit back and you think about, yeah, we've done a few more but again, we got a better offensive line, and that's another thing. TVD has had all the time in the world
And he
to
doesn't
throw
make
the
any
ball.
reads. It's stare down the hot route, look at your check down, and nothing else. And then you see Colby Young open, and like, yeah, of course, if you look a little bit longer, there's a safety that comes over because he goes, oh crap, Colby Young's open. But if you get that ball out to him quick enough, you capitalize.
Right.
Man, I can
Yeah.
see it. They seen it in film room.
Hey, if any of us on this channel can see it, they got to have somebody that's getting paid good money for this.
Is there a lack of leadership in the film room? Is there a lack of leadership that is afraid to call people out? Because I know Ed Reed be chewing everybody up.
Right. Who? Crip said something here. Now, Mr. O'Mara, I can show this. I know y'all probably see it, but Mr. O'Mara says he think Mario's restricting offensive
I've been
plays
saying that
again.
for a long time. I have been saying that for a very long time.
And we even talked about it during that Clemson game when we were
Hmm.
together. We were talking about that. And then Crip says Mario said earlier it's a total rebuild that doesn't, which would answer Cuban Kane's question he asked everybody, that doesn't happen in one season. Okay. All these YouTubers need to relax. They rather burn Williams' red shirt. No, no, no. That's now from my standpoint or our standpoint. Okay, we're not expected. Nobody was expecting them to win the national championship this year. Okay, I know Crip was on the 12-0 bandwagon, but realistically, we were going to improve. Okay,
No way.
hopefully improve over last year. But again, the 3 losses that we've had could have been easily avoided. You
Yeah,
know,
one by taking a knee. I
exactly.
mean, that's probably that is a catalyst to everything wrong with this season. Was just one simple thing, and it's Mario's like, I don't take a knee. I don't
Right.
want to hear that.
But, oh, yeah. And then you got the North Carolina game where the turnovers came into play, and then the NC State game turnovers came into. I mean, again, I still don't understand how Miami's offense only put 6 points. Well, really, the special teams put 6 points, but the offense could not get in the damn end zone. I know NC State's got a good defense, but anyway, oh no, I know Crip. No, I'm not. I'm just saying since we are no, I mean I know what he was talking about, Crip, about the high profile. Yeah, I know. I've been paying attention to some of them cats, but oh,
There's a few people that have a screw loose, and I'm talking about the YouTube. There's a certain person, I ain't gonna name his name, but we all know who it is, and he gets way too emotional. Not Coop. He gets way too emotional, and he knee jerks every time he gets a chance. I don't know if that's a shtick. I don't know if that's what he does. I don't know if it's a personality flaw. He knee jerks.
well, I think what it is, a lot of those cats just play to the crowd to get the views. In other words, if
The
you
Twitter
sit
crowd.
here, you sit here and say, come out and say quarterback controversy, you know, you just trying to sucker people in with the headline. That's all it is. Oh, I don't again, I don't think there's a quarterback controversy. I think there's just uh quarterback dysfunction in that the powers that be, Mario or Dawson or a combination of the both, they have put TVD. If TVD is hurt, and we don't know how hurt he is, but he is hurt to where he can't even throw the ball right. His head's messed up. He's mentally hurt, physically hurt. He's just he's a
Ben
basket
Simmons.
case, you know. And now, again, I hate to keep harping on it, but if they would have utilized Emery and Jakari the last 3 weeks, you still have them with the red shirt, and TVD could at least step back, got healthy,
Quarterback
saw
mismanagement. That's
exactly,
exactly what it is. It's
ex-
quarterback mismanagement, and that
exactly,
is squarely on Dawson and Mario.
exactly, and then not trying to. I mean, again, what kind of muzzle is Mario putting on Dawson? You know, or is Dawson do? I don't know. To me, it all starts at the top and works your way down.
Have you ever noticed Dawson doesn't utilize motion almost at all? Like that is one of the main tools most quarterbacks use to tell if they're in zone or if they're in man. I'm thinking we might have even used motion during Gaddis, and maybe that's how Tyler Van Dyke reads the defense. So he's
Well,
being crippled if we're
well,
not
that's
motioning guys.
anybody with a pea brain ounce of sense with football IQness, which everybody kind of does. It's exactly what you said. You got to go. Mark Rick did this too. You run the motion to see what kind of coverage there is. Kind of gives you an idea, like you said, gives you an idea to see what's going on. But yeah, I actually thought about that the other day. Like, damn, we're not using motion or anything, or at least, well, I mean, they do have some motion, but
Yeah, it's false start.
yeah, that too. But usually it's either Richard running across for a whatever, but I mean they've had a little bit, I guess. I would honestly to help if you're gonna play TVD to help him recognize coverages, yeah, I would try to utilize the
On every
motion a
single
hell
play.
of a lot
Every
more.
single play, I'd be
Yeah.
motioning somebody.
Something.
If
But
you
I
look
can
at
tell
all the successful offenses, and I'm going to go pro here, Miami Dolphins, San Francisco, all these really, the Rams, all these really smart offensive people, Lincoln Riley. I mean, I even think Coach Prime's using it for Shador. I mean,
mhm.
it's just Alabama. I mean, man,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now odds are the defense is. I guarantee you, Florida State's going to probably run 80% zone. I guarantee you, they're going to probably only rush like It's going to probably be like the Fiesta Bowl of '87 all over again. They're going to go into zone because they know TVD's not running. They know he can't throw very well right now. You know, there's really no need to blitz that much. Just let TVD do his thing. I hate to say it, I really do, but you know, it's just I don't know. It's like they put themselves. When I say they, the coaching staff, they put themselves in this situation. Oh, yeah, John, they're going to have to try to take away the run because that's about the only real good, consistent offense that we have is the running game. You know, I'm also interested in seeing how Miami's offensive line does against Florida State's defensive line. You know, and then another thing. So if these defenses are doing all these zones, six defensive backs, as you said, alpaca, why not utilize this thing called play action? You know, stay on that running game and then do some play action. You ain't got to sit there and run a 30-yard deep pattern, just a
I
little
mean, I
crossover,
think this
slight but
goes into the fact that Mario is hamstringing our offensive coordinator. Really, I mean, it looks. I mean, has anybody known Mario Cristobal to be an offensive coordinator of any kind? Like a good one? He's a recruiter.
yeah. I think he went from
It looks like someone who doesn't know how to call an offense is running this offense. We're not seeing no motion. We're not seeing no play action pass. We're not seeing anything to set up anything later on in the game. There's almost no IQ going on here. It's like it's stubbornness. Our offense is stubbornness, which that's Mario, man.
I think I think it was I think it was Shad was talking about this the other night, but it's like we're the coaching staff is playing checkers instead of playing chess. Like with chess, you try to think 3, 4 moves ahead, but like with checkers, you just whatever. But
And
I
ain't
think
nobody getting
Mario,
pinged.
I think Mario, I guess he was like an offensive line coach and then went straight to. I don't think he ever had a offensive coordinator job. But regardless of the fact, uh, if so, I guess if Mario is micromanaging, if Mario he wants total control, he needs to step back, let Dawson do his thing, just to see. But of course, knowing Mario, he'll probably throw Coach Dawson under the bus if he screws up. But
I mean, he threw what's his face under the bus for
yeah,
that no fumble. I mean, it wasn't a fumble, but they ruled it as a fumble. He
yeah,
threw that
yeah,
running back under the
yeah.
bus, and
Right,
he's been in witness protection ever since.
right, right, right.
I mean,
Ah,
Mario's not a leader of men. I'm gonna just say it straight up. He's not a leader of men because he would have put that all on him. I mean,
exactly.
it's really getting hard to
It
get to
is.
keep with Mario. Like it's really getting hard.
It is. Again, it sounds like a broken record. We say this every friggin' season, but I guess we're just gonna have to take the lumps and hopefully something. I don't know, dude. I really don't.
I'm
I
glad he
don't.
doesn't know anything about defense because our defense would suck too.
Oh man, again, that's the only shining point part we got. I hate to see if our defense wasn't as good as it is,
Oh,
and
it'd be like last year all over again.
and the defense is only going to get better, you know. But it's I don't know. I just think the Mario and the coach they put themselves in this situation that we find ourselves in, and
Can you
I,
name anything from a coaching side that Mario actually does well?
apparently he can recruit.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's it. Well, other than that,
but
what does he do
but
well?
I I don't know because his game management, actual time management, etc. is I'm not going to even get into that. Because all we heard about is if you if you what was it, if you get you play not to lose, you lose, or whatever they say. When you get conservative, you lose, you play to lose, or some shit. But yet you're gonna let a minute and a half run off and don't even try to do
Man,
something.
Oregon fans warned our ass too.
Yeah,
We thought they was trolling. We thought they was just mad losing Ario. They got Dan Lanning. They're doing well over there.
yeah.
And they just
And the crazy thing is, with the money they spent on Mario, it's gonna be here for a little while. Because what's he getting, like 8 mil a year? It was 80 million 10-year contract.
he's 8 mil. Is it 10 years?
I think it
Really?
was
We did
10,
10 years, man.
or was it
That's a
8 years?
man. Oh, that's so bad, man.
It
He's
was it
ten
was
years.
I think, regardless of the fact the man's making 8 mil a year and gonna be here for a little while. So uh, right now, my thinking is
Yep, he got a 10 year.
hopefully hopefully Mario can pull a Mike Norvell and just get better. But
Mike Norvell was a proven offensive coordinator.
I
His
know,
shaky thing was he wasn't a recruiter, but
yeah,
he's been doing just fine.
right. But I don't know. I don't know. Something, whatever. All I know is, from my perspective, something's got to change. We can't continue. It's insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. But it's something. It's just something's got to change. You
Yep.
know. Uh Again, right now, if I had to say or make a formulated opinion, I would probably say let TVD get on out of here, whether he goes to see Rhett Lashley or goes to the NFL. Let TVD leave and then break in the new quarterbacks.
Damn,
Because I
Rhett
think,
runs so much motion.
you
Oh, I
know,
love Rhett Lashley.
and he was, I mean, I believe, what was that? Yeah, it was Rhett Lashley's last season. That was
That
20.
was that was his freshman year, and that's when he
He,
went off. Was when he had Rhett
yeah,
Lashley.
yeah, it was what was that, 21? No,
20, I think that was during
2020.
COVID when FSU was dodging games.
That's right. That's right. Because Derek went down and Tyler came in.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was Lashley, But yeah, it's because I think we got Judd coming in. I'm assuming Judd will still come in next year, freshman quarterback. Oh, I don't know if they had any other quarterbacks they were talking about. I
We
thought
can't
there was
lure a top end quarterback here.
no. But again, you can take an average quarterback, and if you have the right offensive coordinating, you can be successful because, you know, if you look at the teams we played, like the Georgia Tech, and Drake May, you know, should have beat that ass. But, even that little quarterback for NC State, they did good against us. But uh what the, yeah. I mean, it's just I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. You know who I want for for a coach if we had to right now? We
Who's
need
that?
Lord Ken Dorsey from the Buffalo.
Oh
I would
man, now
love
you
Ken Dorsey.
you talk about an offensive minded fella.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Someone who bleeds the green and orange. Someone
and
who is there. He's done it. He
and
knows.
very, very intelligent, very high football
High football
IQ.
IQ.
Yes.
Yep.
Even when he was at Miami, you know,
I
he
mean, he
may
didn't
not have,
have a cannon for an arm. He
no,
had
no,
to.
no.
He had to do with what he had.
He did yeah, again, I was gonna say he didn't have a strong arm, but
He was accurate.
he was a smart kid. He knew what he had and he knew what he needed to do, you know. And it would have been nice. But again, they would have had to, with him being in Buffalo, it would have took some money to lure
Well,
him
I
for
mean,
that.
Buffalo's having some offensive problems right
I
now,
know, I know, I
and then
know.
he could be lured. He
Yeah,
could be lured.
right. But oh, Rod Chazinski, I really wasn't high on Rod when he was offensive coordinator. Oh, but yeah, I would have liked to have seen Dorsey take over, you know, as head coach. But of course, when they were doing the search for the coach after they fired Manny, of course, everybody and their brother had, it was again either you had your lines, you had your groups. You either was a Mario guy, a Lane Kiffin guy, or you just didn't know what you were talking about because it was either going to be one of those two. And if you brought up any other names that you would like to see, because hell, I remember Dorsey coming up, even in some of Coop's stuff, and people just I'm not gonna mention anybody's people's names, but some established folks calling people just total dumbasses for wanting that. And I'm like,
I like
what?
Kellen Moore too. I
Oh yeah,
love
yeah.
Kellen Moore. If we could lure him from Los Angeles, the Chargers,
Mm.
ooh,
Oh man, and yeah, because
Kellen Moore would be amazing.
I think he went to the Cowboys like 2 years after
Mhm.
leaving college.
And he had number one offenses
Yeah,
every year, number one and
exactly.
number two. He might have had a number 2 year, but
Yeah,
he made Dak. He gave Dak 40 like 40 million a year.
I thought. Okay, you're right, John. My mind went blank for a second. That's right, because Coker the Choker was offensive coordinator under Butch, and then when Coker got promoted, then Chazinski went. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. But yeah, it's it's so dysfunctional right now.
What's
We
Chajitsi doing anyway right now?
it's like trying to box air to find what the root of the problem is. But I think I know what the root of the problem is. But you know, somebody down there in South Beach, somebody has got to be in Mario's ear, man. Somebody has got to be talking to him, unless he's just that friggin' hard headed.
I don't think you can tell him nothing, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's that Kanye
Chazinski.
song. Can't tell me nothing.
Chazinski's at Boston College. Holy
Is he?
shit.
He's the assistant head coach for offense at Boston College. Man, ooh,
Well, I haven't.
we're gonna play against him.
I know. I know. And it's the Friday after Thanksgiving. I talked about that months ago. That scares the hell out of me. And especially now since we know what we got going on the field. You know, yeah, we could very easily end up 6-6.
Oh, I don't think we win another game.
It's going to be hard pressed,
I don't.
honestly.
I don't know how we got the bowl eligibility. We got there. We're holding on to it. It's ours. But I don't
Yeah,
know how we win another game.
exactly. And the crazy thing is, Miami should be undefeated right now.
Yeah, Yeah,
I mean, think
barring
now.
the turnovers.
Now the Georgia Tech, that was just, I don't know what happened to him on that game. I don't know. But North Carolina and NC State should have won that game. Or at least not turn the ball over and have a chance to win the game. But again, would have, could have, should have, but it could be a different scenario if they hadn't turned the ball over. I'm just saying. But I really don't. I really don't want to say Miami's going to lose to Florida State.
They will. I'm ready to say it.
I think we have a 1% chance of winning.
Okay, that's more optimistic than I am.
You know, but again, if Tyler starts, he's good for at least 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions and half a fumble.
At least.
I'm calling it 2 interceptions, half a fumble. He fumbles, but we recover it. That's half a fumble to me.
Now, what does that do? I don't know. I don't know. But I can hope for the best. I'll be rooting for him to win, but I'll probably be cursing the damn coaches out. I still think TVD is our best chance at having a chance.
Oh, I don't. I think Emory, we're far better hands for Emory, but you're burning the future. You don't do that.
You see, so I mean, it's like, again, it's this
The
vicious
mismanagement
circle.
of this quarter, and the fact that Jakari Brown's in witness protection, he might be our best chance of winning, but we don't know.
Exactly.
You don't know anything.
Exactly. And they could have known if they would have just listened to us.
They ain't ever gonna listen to us. I probably wouldn't even listen to us if I was them. I probably was never gonna listen to us.
I always listen to y'all because I have to and be polite, but no, I'm just joking. But on a different topic, what the hell are these people's problem on that Discord of Coops, man?
Bro, they're mentally ill. They're mentally ill. Developmentally disabled. My bad. Mentally ill was the usual term used to call them, but like the developmentally disabled. I'll get right.
I'm not nice like Alpaca. They're a bunch of dumbasses.
Oh, I'm not nice to them there. I call them straight up.
Because again, I understand, John. I don't listen to me either. But because John said he don't listen to me anyway. When Coop started that Discord, he said it was going to be a place for him to give information that otherwise he couldn't give on Twitter. So I'm like, hey, cool. I'll take it hook, line, and sinker. And then it's like, it kind of gravitated.
Lead paint kids. They ate lead paint Matchbox cards. Then they decided to go type.
Exactly.
They got lead poisoning.
Now it has gravitated to what it is now. And it's always the same 3 or 4 cats on there.
Shoot, I'll name them. Stealth, you're an idiot.
Stealth,
James Kane, you're an idiot. You're an absolute moron. IRL, we can handle it. I don't care. That's how I feel.
And then the Red Solo Cup, dude, he just needs to. I mean, it's his life.
I like Red. Wait. Red Solo Cup. I will defend Red Solo Cup. He's an FSU fan. He couldn't do him.
Right.
He's not ridiculous. He's just him and Crip like to go back and forth. I think that's pretty funny. I like to see them to go back and forth. They got a friendly little thing going there. But like, he's not ridiculous. These other cats, they got no football IQ.
No. And there was another one. Was it? You said it was James Kane.
James Kane and Stealth. They're two absolute morons.
Isn't there like a striker or some dude like that? I don't remember.
I have no idea.
Let's see here. They probably spewing shit. Skullfire.
Skullfire.
Skullfire. That's it. And it's like that's all you see on there is those cats, you know? It's like, is this like y'all's personal message board or something or what? But what I'm getting at is I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but once it's like once I guess it was after about 6 months or so, you never saw Coop on his football one at all. And it just kind of degraded to where it is now. I mean, you'll get a couple of out of the ordinary people, but now I know Coop does his he does his positive gamer on the Discord for his live streams on Twitch and stuff, but honestly, Coop can just turn that Miami football Discord off. It wouldn't hurt my feelings
Oh no, no.
because again, I don't do the Twitter, I don't do the X or anything like that. That's just
I get on Twitter because that'd be hilarious.
oh
Twitter
yeah,
hilarious. I gotta get my
but
laughs in.
I just I just do whatever. But anyway, yeah, like I said, this was I didn't want this to turn into an all night affair. I just figured, a couple of days after the fact, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's already had their tantrums and all this, and I just wanted to be a little more level headed, you know. Uh, and I knew what everybody was going to talk about, you know. And again, it all just starts at the top. That's my opinion. Just starts at the top with the offense. Apparently, the offense has got somebody's got a stranglehold on the offense.
Al Golden was better than this, man.
If Al Golden
Wasn't under
had a
restrictions.
if he had a defensive coordinator
Oh, he never got rid
besides
of
the
that
knock,
guy. That horrible mother.
if exactly if he did not have if he didn't have the no, he would have been pretty. I thought Golden did pretty good considering he just didn't have any defensive
And he had
coordinator with
the
him.
well, he had what's his face? Damn, hanging over his head, the NCAA with that
Yeah.
one dude. Fuck man,
Oh, Emmerich,
not no,
Mark
um,
Emmerich,
no. The bad guy, the guy in prison
Shapiro.
that was Shapiro, Nevin Shapiro.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
dude, probably the brother of Ben Shapiro. Screw
yeah,
him.
yeah. Back then, they want to get upset about a boat ride. Now you're giving kids millions of dollars every year to
And
play.
BMWs,
Yeah,
TBD, give back that
yeah,
BMW. You don't deserve
yeah.
that.
You know, but it is what it is. Ah, Clemson blanked us. Virginia worked us too. His offense was a bit offensive too. Yeah, I know. But Clemson wasn't that bad. That was a good moral victory for us, even though Clemson's sucking ass right now. Uh, but I think the A&M game and the Clemson game was a good mental win because they neither one of them worth the shit. It wasn't like, you know, was what it was. But yeah, if things don't change at the top, I don't know what to say. I don't know
That's
what to
about
say.
my time, guys. I'm heading out.
Yeah.
Awesome, Jordan. Whenever we
Hey,
have these, I'll show up. I love it.
hey, I appreciate you being here.
No
So yeah,
problem.
we're gonna. I took what you said and what
Hmm.
Crip said, and we're gonna call this the U Fellowship.
Okay, the U Fellowship. I
The
like
U
that.
Fellowship.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
but ah, but yeah, that's really about it. I feel like we're just beating a dead horse and going around in
Yeah, we're
circles.
same points. We all know what we think. We all know the problems. It's been great.
It was.
What up, Crip? What up,
So
John O'Mara, Phil, Jordan, all y'all. Peace out.
hey, later, dude. Appreciate you. Ah, now if there's anything you guys have on your mind, uh, if there's something you think, something we missed, something you disagree with, feel free. Feel free. Uh, That's how we do it here. You know, I know a lot of times me and Alpaca agree. Me and a cripple, well, we also disagree. But it's not like nobody's gonna get their head beat off. Oh, but yeah, I really hate to see TVD out there Saturday, but since the team's been put in this situation, he's probably the only best bet we got. Honestly, I would have rather have seen Jakari get some play time, see what he looks like. At least he brings some running ability, but again, it's so screwed up. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over and over again. It's like I'm on loop, you know. But so yeah, I guess that's about it. Uh it's good to have Mr. O'Mara here. Glad to see you join. You're always welcome. Crip, my man, I'm glad to see you, buddy. And of course, Phil, Swag, Romano. Uh it's nice having Alpaca in here. Uh take care, John. Stay alert, stay tuned, buddy. Did anybody else show up? No. But see, that's what I like about this. Keep it small, simple. Everybody can talk, everybody can be heard. Oh, but yeah, as far as I'm debating if it's going to be worth my time to have a Florida State pre or a Florida State prediction show or whatever. Uh, I'll probably do something Saturday, you know, but it's just tough this year, buddy. Man, it's going to be tough for Florida State. I haven't felt this way I ain't felt this way since the '90s about Florida State game. I want to stay positive. I want to say Miami's going to win, but man, it's going to be tough. The sad thing is Miami's got the friggin' talent to whoop their ass to next year. That's what ticks me off. Miami's got more. They got enough talent to beat Florida State by 4 touchdowns. But no, they're going to try to hurt broken quarterback out there. You know, they're going to have, I mean, they're going to target Restrepo. Florida State's going to go in the zone. They're not going to know what to do. But if that defense does what this defense has been doing, that's right, Crip, Ruben. If this defense does what they've been doing, and the offense does not put the defense in a shitty situation, and the running game can capital, if we can get about 100 and a quarter to 150 yards rushing, I like our chances. I mean, I have faith in the running game. I got faith in the defense. Kind of on the fence with the defensive backs, but special teams, I ain't worried about them. It's just the damn passing game. That's what concerns me, you know. But I'm just spitballing. If Miami, Dawson or Cristobal or whoever the hell is calling the plays, you're going to come out and run the ball. Don't run up the middle all the time, but do some running. Mix up your running game. You got some running backs available. You got an offensive line. Okay. If you can establish a running game and then utilize the running game to open up the passing game, I might have to do a prediction show. I don't know. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm still hoping for a Miami victory. It can happen. You never know. I never concede anything to Florida State except the finger, the middle. All right. Well, look, I've been yapping my mouth for about an hour and a half, but I thank everybody who came out this evening. Crip, Mr. O'Mara, Phil, Alpaca. Did I miss anybody? No, unless somebody was in the back row watching, which there's nothing wrong with watching from the back row, but you're always welcome to join in. Don't feel shy, don't feel bashful. Everybody's welcome unless you're an idiot. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. Uh if I was to do anything, I don't know, maybe a Thursday afternoon or something. I don't know. Maybe a Friday afternoon. I don't know how I'm feeling. We'll see. Uh might do a little pregame thing for the game, pregame show for the game. I don't know. Definitely have a post game, but we'll see. Stay alert, stay tuned. I'll let you know. So again, thank y'all so much for coming out. This has been fun. Remember, peace, love, and soul. Go Canes, baby. We'll catch y'all next time. Bye.